It is 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? No. It's 10 p.m. and I wanted to come live maybe 10 minutes. Let's see how long this goes. But I just wanted to come live before I washed my makeup off and go to sleep. You know, I made a little bit of content today, so I put on some makeup. And you know how that is. Sometimes you don't want it to go to waste. I feel like I didn't make enough content with the lashes on. Let me make a live video. So I thought this was a great time. If anyone is up for my late birds, maybe people who work late or people who just, night owls, if you have any hair questions, it's a great time to ask. And I'm here to answer. And until I get some questions, I'm going to talk. So the topic of today was about scalp massages. Now, a lot of people think that they massage their scalp, but I feel like a lot of y'all just apply oil to your scalp and rub it in, but you're not really massaging your scalps. Massage is intentional, okay? When you go get a massage or even a loved one of yours, they when they massage you, it's intentional, right? They're trying to get the knots out your back or what have you, right? When you're massaging your scalp, you want to be intentional. What is the purpose of massage? It is to encourage blood flow to your scalp. Massaging helps with circulation. Why is that important? We need circulation to our scalps because our blood carries the nutrients necessary for optimal hair growth, right? So the more you massage your scalp, the better. High tech. Tech says I love scalp massages. Yes, we all do. So that's why we should spend more time doing it, especially if we have hair growth concerns, if we are thinning in certain areas, if we're balding in certain areas, we should be intentional with massaging those areas or massaging all over to increase the blood flow to our scalp so that our blood can carry the necessary nutrients to our hair follicles to promote the hair growth. So you could be eating all the best things, drinking all the water. Speaking of water, we are on day 4 of the 7-day Moisture Matters Challenge where we drink a gallon of water a day. So if you are on that challenge, shout outs to you. We have a couple of more days left. So let's finish the challenge nice and strong, right? So if you're eating well, you're drinking the water, you're using excellent hair products. Maybe you're using my product line. Maybe you're using Love Light and Locks, the horsetail leaf growth oil, the emu oil growth drops. But if you're doing all these things, but you're not implementing scalp massages, you are leaving money on the table, so to speak. You know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense. And for those of you joining in the chat, please sound off in the comments. Let me know what time it is, where you are, and let me know if you have any hair questions, right? Let me know. Because if I'm just going to be talking to myself all night, then I'm going to get out of here. But I do want to encourage you that if you do have any issues, maybe you have thinning hairline or maybe you have a thinning spots on certain parts of your head, I do recommend that you take 10 minutes out of your day every day and massage it gently. You want to encourage the blood flow to these areas. Quinn says, "Girl, your glasses are so cute." Thank you. I love these. Where did I get these? I think I got them from an online boutique. I just put in my prescription. I think it was either Zilu or Firmu. I'm not sure. It was one of those two, though, for sure. Organic Machine says, how to treat dandruff. So we want to consider what is the cause when it comes to treating anything, right? Oftentimes, our dandruff is caused by our diet. We are often eating too much sugar, too much refined sugar, too much carbohydrates, right? So if we reduce those things from our diets, then we'll notice a lot less dandruff, right? So also we if there is fungus or yeast present on our scalp, that's often creates flakes that we experience. So using anti dandruff shampoos, which really help to get rid of that, like Nizoral, I believe is one. It comes in a blue bottle, I want to say. This is a medicated shampoo, so definitely try that naturally. Yes, try that, and also wash your hair regularly. Make sure that you're keeping your scalp clean, and use products that agree with your scalp. I do recommend the Emu Oil Growth Drops on my shop. Ali says, "You so country." I don't know how I'm so country when I'm from New York. I'm from New York, and my family is Caribbean, so I don't know where you get that from, Ali. But yes, also upping your water intake. Upping your water intake does also help with your scalp conditions. So upping your water intake, scalp massages as well. You blood circulation to the scalp does help to heal scalp conditions. It helps in the process, and when it's used in tandem with the other things I'm mentioning. So, but my number one recommendation is to cut back, if not eliminate, the refined sugars and carbohydrates. Um, Sherry Pope says, "How much pressure should you apply when massaging your scalp?" You want to be gentle. You want to be gentle. You don't want to cause any bruising or anything like that. So, use a pressure that feels comfortable for you. Not only do you not want to bruise your scalp, but you don't want to, especially if you have locks, you don't necessarily want to interrupt the hairs. You don't want to cause any breakage and maybe cause certain hairs to break away from your locks. Or if you don't have locks, regardless, you don't want to harm your hair. So keep that in mind. Organic Machine says, cause it can be from dry scalp too, right? Yes, it can be from dry scalp. So that's definitely one of the reasons why you want to drink more water and use the right oils on your scalp. And also wash your hair. Washing your hair, excuse me, does help to moisturize your hair. So and in times when you can't wash your hair, you want to use the oils, I do recommend misting your scalp. A lot of people don't mist their scalp, they just mist their hair. I do recommend misting your scalp as well. Misting your scalp, following up with the oils, and then following up with massage. Reka says, "Well, long time no see." Really? I post almost every day. YouTube be playing. YouTube be playing. I post almost every day. I don't go live very often. But I'm gonna try my best to go live more often. I want to go live at least weekly. Good evening, Carla. And thank you, Reka. All is well. Organic Machine Dean says, "Is vinegar wash bad?" Um, no, I wouldn't say it's bad. I hope that you're diluting it though. If you mean apple cider vinegar, for instance, I hope that you're diluting it. I hope that you're using mostly water and just putting some splashes of apple cider vinegar in there, and then using that as a rinse, but not as a wash. I don't recommend using that as a wash. It's not shampoo. Vinegar is not shampoo. Shampoo is formulated for hair. So oftentimes apple cider vinegar, it has some purposes for your hair. Yes, if you have locks, which I'm assuming you may have locks, it does help to get rid of build up. It helps to break that up and not break it out. But it's not a shampoo, so you still want to use a shampoo. Apple cider vinegar is also good if you have hair color in your hair and you want to get rid of it. It helps to lift the hair color out. Apple cider vinegar also helps to reset the pH balance of your scalp. So if you do have some dandruff issues, you may want to try an apple cider vinegar rinse on your scalp as well, and that can help to reset your scalp. Reka says, "I never see your vids anymore. I don't know why. I guess the algorithm is not on my side, but I will do my best to fight it. All that I can really do is just post. And all that you can do is check for me. Maybe you have to type my name in sometimes and see what's going on with me, and turn on my notifications if you feel so inclined to do so. Thank you, Carla. Reka says, Eric or Eris. By the way, sorry, I don't know why my name changed. Eris? So is your name Eris, you're saying, and not Reka? Organic Machine Dean says, yes, diluting it. And yes, I just meant like I heard that it was good healing the hair and scalp. Yeah, definitely as a rinse. As a rinse, I recommend it for your scalp. I haven't done that in a long time, but I used to do that. I used to have more of a dandruff issue earlier on, but I think that I've just have generally better eating habits. Perhaps, perhaps. I think that's probably it. Um, I wasn't sure if it was a myth or not. My name is Eris. Okay, I hope I'm saying that right. Is it Eris? That's a cool name. I don't think I've ever come across anybody named Eris before. That's pretty cool. And yes, I got you turned on and all that. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Hi, Mohammed. Peace. How are you doing, Mohammed? Yeah, so right now I'm talking about scalp massages. And for those of you who are, going on a hair journey towards length, maybe you have length goals, or maybe you've experienced some alopecia due to tight styling or stress. A lot of us have stress-induced hair loss. That's probably the number one cause of hair loss, stress. And, of course, managing stress, figuring out ways to manage your stress is going to be paramount, right? You don't want to try to reduce the symptoms of the stress, but not reduce the stress itself. Like I want you all to figure out best practices for you to reduce your stress or manage it. You know what I mean? Whether that just means like emotional regulation, because stress manifests in our bodies in terrible ways, in all sorts of ways. And hair loss is a big one. And it's often the precursor to autoimmune conditions. So definitely don't take hair loss lightly. If you are experiencing hair loss that seems out of nowhere, definitely don't take it lightly, because oftentimes there are other issues within our bodies that may follow. So don't sleep. Organic Machine Dean says, I don't have locks, but I'm on a journey of growing my hair out and trying to take care of it. And I'm a dude, so hair care, I'm still learning. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Dean, for taking your hair journey in your own hands. I love to see when men care about their hair. Listen, regardless if you're a man or a woman, boy or girl, our hair really does play a big role in our sense of confidence in our appearance. And that's important. It matters. It does matter. So it's good to not just depend on other people for your hair care. Like, empower yourself and get some knowledge in how to do it yourself. Yes, Mohammed, I'm all right. I just wanted to go live because I only made one video today, and I actually bothered to put on some makeup. So I'm like, let me go live so I'm not wasting my makeup. I don't wear makeup on a daily basis or anything like that. And I actually put on lashes. And I don't usually do that. But I did have my contacts in earlier, so you guys have to get the glasses. But you guys seem to like the glasses, so I don't think you guys mind. At this point, Ever says, at this point, I might have to get wigs. I'm 14 years in, and I'm just scared for my hair at this point. Oh, what do you mean you're scared for your hair at this point? Do you feel like your hair is breaking? Do you think that your hair is breaking, or do you just feel like, hey, my hair is old, I just want to make sure it stays strong? Like, are you like preemptively feeling like you need wigs? Because my hair is about 15 years old, and I don't feel the need to get wigs. So let me know. If your hair is damaged, getting wigs will reinforce your hair, but it's not going to repair the damage. Muhammad says, I enjoyed your ebook. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Is it which ebook are you referring to? Is it the my new one, the one on the some herbal like hacks, herbal like with the teas and the rinses and things? Was it that one, Roots and Remedies? Yes, stress does absolutely manifest in the body in scary, scary ways. Yes. So I like to try to remind people of that because oftentimes we just think, oh, my hair's falling out. Let's put some oil on it. Let's get some steroid shots and all that. No, you want to get to the bottom of it. What is causing it? And oftentimes when you get diagnosed with some kind of disease and condition or whatever, it's usually stress induced. Granted, a lot of these conditions are diet induced, so we need to play a role. I mean, we need to take accountability in how we're eating. And also, how we're eating plays a role in our stress. If we're eating well, our stress doesn't affect us as much. Like we're not as stressed out. Like we're more likely to have like an optimistic mindset. We're more likely to just be more at ease when we're eating healthy foods. But when we're eating a lot of garbage foods, fast foods, foods that are empty calories, then our mood does take a hit. Amaya said, "Oh, wait, let me catch up on these." Oh, Shariah, I think that says Shariah says, "Would you say your hair grows better if you, excuse me, if you yourself do the maintenance instead of going by a hairdresser?" I think that it depends. I wouldn't make that like a general statement. I think that if your hairdresser is a loctician who cares about hair, who's knowledgeable about hair, and more than you are, then I think that your hair probably will be better hands if you are going to that loctician. But if you are empowering yourself with the knowledge and all that, then I think that that's great that you can do it. And you probably know your hair better than anyone else. So it all depends. It all depends. A lot of people just don't have the time or the interest in taking care of their own hair, and that's okay. That's why hairstylists exist, you know? I mean, also for those of us who do take care of our own hair ourselves, sometimes we do want to be treated to a service. So yeah, there's that. But so it really depends. If you feel empowered to do your own hair, then do your own hair. But if you feel like you're not good enough yet, go to the hairdresser. And even when you do feel like you're good enough, every so often it's good to treat yourself to a service. Amaya says, tips for dry colored locks, please. I hope that you're using conditioner. A lot of people who have locks are very against using conditioner, but in my opinion, especially when you're getting into the territory of using hair color, especially bleach, then if you're not conditioning it, I feel like your hair is like a ticking time bomb. It's a ticking time bomb, and it's only a matter of time when your hair is going to break off and fall off for the most part. Shout out to the few people who have colored their hair, especially bleach, and they don't use any conditioner. Like, shout out to y'all. I don't like, maybe you just had a really amazing colorist do your hair, and that's very possible. But what is likely, and I'm speaking on this based on my years of talking to you guys and my years of getting DMs and emails and stuff with people who say my hair was colored, my hair was bleached, and now my hair is falling out. What do I do? Aftercare is so important when it comes to coloring your hair. So your aftercare should consist of you of being regimented on your moisturizing routine, and that, in my opinion, should consist of conditioning your hair when you wash it. Maybe you should be washing it on a regular basis. Washing moisturizes your hair itself. So if your hair is colored and you're only washing your hair every 6-8 weeks, you may need to wash your hair a little bit more frequently so that you can get that conditioner in there a little bit more frequently as well. Um, Maybe you want to use a mist. I have a great mist on my shop, the rose water moisturizer, that has great reviews. It helps your hair retain moisture a lot longer, and it helps your hair feel softer to the touch. That's often an issue when we color our hair. It feels dry and it feels rough. So that helps with that. So you want to get a good mist that keeps your hair hydrated. And then I would recommend a strengthening oil. So like on my shop, we have the horsetail leaf growth oil. Horsetail is packed with silica. Silica helps keep our hair strong. So you want to use a strengthening oil as well. After you mist it, I will seal it with the strengthening oil, and that's going to help your hair stay strong and hydrated and keep it hydrated. Okay. Ever says, so I've been taking care of my hair since I started, and I just feel it's thinning. My hair is already super curly, so my ends tend to get loose after a wash, and maybe stress is taking a toll as well, but I don't know. So is the thinning that you're experiencing, are you talking about the, like, in the hair or on the scalp? In the hair or on the scalp? Because my answer to you is going to be totally different based on where you're experiencing the thinning. Mohammed says, yes, today's weather was looking up. I can understand beating your face. Well, I didn't really go anywhere today, though. I didn't go anywhere. Was the weather looking up today? I mean, it was, I guess. I mean, it wasn't as cold as it's been, but it was still cold. It was still cold. I think I did go to up the street for a second. Like I went to the store real quick, but I didn't really go out like that. But it was cold when I went out. But I'm sensitive to cold weather. I am bony. Oh, Reika says, or Eris says, I think the wicks will make the foundation stronger. So you're probably talking about the length of your locks are thinning. Have you ever colored it? Have you ever colored your hair? Do you have color damage? Yes, the book on the herbs. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Every now and then I like to create some ebooks and give them out to you guys. Organic Machine Dean says, yes, I knew I subbed to you for a reason, not just your content, but your energy and mindset. Thank you. I'm not sure what I just said to make you leave that comment, but I really appreciate that. That's really nice. It's really kind. Oh, the ends. It's causing your ends to break off. Okay. Honestly, I think that you may want to go for a trim. I think you may want to go for a trim. I'm not saying cut your locks off or anything, but I think you may just need a trim. Carla says, excuse me. Now I want to keep burping and stuff when I get on live. Gosh. Carla says, is it okay to brush locks to get rid of lint on locks? And is it better to do on damp or dry locks? Yes, I definitely, I used to make a lot of content on that, but I haven't made a lot of brushing content anymore because I just don't do it as much as I used to. But yes, I used to always recommend to brush your hair before getting it wet. So doing it on dry locks, yes. But the reason why I say to do it before you get your hair wet, so before you wash your hair essentially, is because when you have lint on the surface of your hair and then you go and wash it, keep burping, excuse me. Sometimes the water can make that lint embed into your hair. So now that lint is stuck. But if you get the lint before it gets embedded into your hair, the brush could help to take it out. You know, it'll either brush it into the air or it will brush it into the brush. Like if you use a boar bristle brush, use a soft boar bristle brush, and it'll or like a synthetic version of that. I know some people don't want to use boar bristles, like, you know, pig, you know. But you can brush the lint out of your locks when it's still on the surface, when your hair is dry, so that when you wash it or when you mist it, it doesn't get embedded. So, but here's the thing. When it comes to brushing your locks like that, make sure you're not, I thought I almost spilled my water. Make sure you're not brushing like too close to the root, because think about it like this. This part of your hair is mature, it's locked, right? You brushing it, it's not gonna unravel it. But brushing up here where your hair is like not even a year old yet, it's not mature up here. So when you brush up here, you could be interrupting the locking process essentially. So try to like just brush like just the ends. And that's typically where lint will be attracted to anyway. Maya says, are plateaus and hair growth normal? I feel like my hair has been growing, but it slowed down since it reached breast length. I don't know if I would say it's normal, but I would say it happens to a lot of people. I would say it's common. It happens. I would want you to take note in any changes that's going on in your life. Are you stressed? Are you eating well? Do you have any health concerns? Have you gotten physicals recently? Like, are you getting your nutrients? Maybe you want to use a hair supplement or just a general body supplement. I do have hair supplements. They're currently not available until April. So sorry about that. But when they are available, they're available on Keshavi.com. That's KECHAVI.com. Um, yeah, again, stress, diet, and are you massaging your scalp? I don't know when you came onto the chat, but I have been talking about scalp massaging and the importance of it. So please rewind and catch like my chat from the beginning, explaining the importance of massaging your scalp because that can really be a game changer. Because perhaps you're not getting the appropriate circulation to your scalp. Okay, you guys are talking to each other. I love it. I love it. Okay, Carla asks, will conditioning shampoo unravel my locks or make hair too soft? So, Carla, how long have you had your locks? Did you mention that? I feel like you did. Or maybe I'm thinking. Oh, no, yeah, you did. You said your locks are over 15 years old. No, your hair's not going to unravel from conditioner. Nope. I use conditioner. My hair is almost 15 years old as well. It'll be 15 years old in May. Hmm. Happy lock anniversary to us. The base, not the scalp, no color. What do you mean by the base? Wait, I live in Arizona, so the sun changed my hair color over time. Okay, so you have natural hair color. Um, I think you mean your hair is thinning towards the ends, right? And not the scalp. Is that what you mean by base? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I do recommend that you take a trim. I recommend you take a trim. You're welcome, Carla. Funny thing, I learned most of my lock knowledge from you. Oh, I love that, Eris. But I mean, I've been on YouTube making content for a long time. I've been super consistent. I ain't going nowhere. I did some research. Mohammed says, I did some research today on winter from being tired of wrapping my hair. As a pointer to the one experiencing breakage, I learned winter air lacks moisture and dries hair out. So wrap it up. That's a great tip, Mohammed. Granted, it's we're on the tail end of the winter. Um, having a moisturizing routine is very important if we're dealing with dry hair. Dry hair tends to lead to breakage. So if your breakage is from dryness, then that could absolutely be something that you want to implement more. Whether that's moisturizing your hair or covering it from the dry air. Like the rest of the hair, not the scalp, my bad. Okay. Yeah, the rest of your hair. I'll try that. Okay, great. So, you didn't mention like how much of your hair is dealing with the breakage, but I'm assuming it's kind of low. Like it's not breaking all the way up, right? If it's a few inches of of breakage, then I would just go ahead and trim those over time. Even if you don't want to do like a 3 inch trim, I will probably just start like a couple inches at a time, to help you feel comfortable with the change. But if you do want wigs, go for it. But I'm saying that you don't have to do that to save your locks. Thank you, Carla. Clune says my edges are stressed and my phone is dying, but I'm gonna see if I could catch up on these comments. Let's see. My edges are stressed. I don't resist. I mean, I think she means retwist. I don't retwist too often, and I try to moisturize when they grow. Should I put a lock on the temples? My edges